This is Beanbox, yet another coffee subscription service. This one featuring coffee from Seattle's best coffee roasters, mostly specialty coffee roasters. And here's a look inside of the first box that I received. This was actually a coffee of the month. You have multiple options in terms of whether you want to do a sampler, which consists of 4 1.8 ounce bags of coffee, or just one 12-ounce bag. You can see it comes with some little goodies here in addition to a Beanbox branded bag of coffee. This one came from Vashon. I believe that's how you say it, coffee company. And yeah, this is a coffee of the month, and you can see that they also provide a little bit of information on the coffee, the roaster, as well as what the roast level is. Okay, so let's take a look at a sampler box. This was the first thing I ordered from Beanbox. Starting off with a card with some general brew instructions on the back. Thank you note. Kind of a waste of paper, guys, but not going to gripe about this too much. I think it could be helpful for a lot of first-time subscribers who are just getting into specialty coffee and brewing at home. I also ordered a few of the upsell selections, so Rip Van waffles, which were these delicious little waffle cookie treats with a caramely filling, and then a local chocolate bar, Pike Place espresso, also very delicious, nice little touch. Got a light roast from Kuma Coffee, and then a medium roast from Herkimer Coffee, and then another medium roast from Conduit, and then I also got a dark roast from Lighthouse Roasters. And then at the end of the box, there was one more little bonus treat, which was a nice touch. But what I didn't like so much was that there was this kind of ad for HelloFresh. I mean, a coupon code is great, but I'm just looking for coffee here, guys. So let me take you through the ordering process here at beanbox.co. And you'll see right from the homepage, little overview of the roaster lineup, as well as what the concept is. Basically, coffee from Seattle's top coffee roasters. So just going to click the subscribe link, and you get taken to a page where you can select your plan. So you have the choice to do a Beanbox sampler or a coffee of the month. The sampler comes with 4 bags of 1.8 ounce quantities of coffee. So you also get to choose your roast level. So I chose light and medium here. And if you do the sampler, you only have the option to do light, medium, dark, espresso, and decaf. So lots of flexibility still, even though the sampler doesn't offer as much flexibility, or at least customizability, I should say, with the roast level. And then you save money, of course, if you want to subscribe for more than 1 month at a time. $23 a month for 1 bag if you do the coffee of the month, and then it goes up from there. So once you're ready, you just go ahead and click subscribe now. And then they are masters of the upsell. Kind of reminds me of the Amazon of coffee subscription services. You can add a treat such as a Rip Van waffle or a chocolate bar. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Also, if you felt like buying a grinder for whatever reason, or a coffee maker through these guys, you can do that. Although I imagine it's a little bit more expensive than what you could find elsewhere. This is what you see after you complete your order, and you'll notice that you get credit to use towards future purchases. So 5 cents for spending 50 cents, but 10% back on every purchase, which is pretty awesome. So let's talk about what you actually want to hear about, which is the coffee itself. In total, I received about 5 bags of coffee. I say about because 4 of those bags were only the 1.8 ounce samplers. And I gotta say that I was pretty underwhelmed by most of the coffee. I thought that I was kind of drinking stuff that wasn't something I would normally order, which had a lot to do with it. Additionally, 1.8 ounces, it's really hard to dial in your coffee with that little coffee to start. And so you can see I only got to make 1 batch of Chemex here with this bag of the conduit blend, and I thought that that really impacted my results. So while I didn't have a great experience with the coffee, I thought it was pretty generic tasting overall, and maybe a little bit outside of my comfort zone from what I normally drink, then that probably impacted my results. The good news is that they do have access to a lot of Seattle coffee roasters, and Seattle is pretty much the coffee capital of the world, at least in many people's eyes. So you are going to be able to get to try coffee that you're going to like. I mean, that's almost a given because they have such a large selection of it. And I don't think they would base the whole premise of their subscription off of Seattle alone if there wasn't a lot of coffee to go around in Seattle. So you do get to customize your roast level and whether you want decaf, blends, or even single origins, I believe. But it's not going to be something that maybe you're going to like right off the bat. Okay, so let's go over what I liked and then what I disliked about the Beanbox coffee subscription. So starting with the good, the pros, it's an excellent website user experience. As I already showed you, it's very simple. You can get in touch with somebody if you need help through a simple phone call or directly with your quote-unquote coffee concierge. Thought it's funny that they call them that. In any case, they also have a great rewards program. I love that you can earn cash back for every coffee that you order, 10% back. It kind of makes the somewhat higher price a little bit more bearable. You also get credit just by leaving a review of the coffees you've tried. So you can rack up a good amount of credit just by ordering a sampler and reviewing each of the small samples that came in the box. I think it also has great customizability, probably the second best I've seen of all the coffee subscription services I've tried so far, only second to MistoBox. I like that you can customize your roast level just as you can do with MistoBox, as well as whether you want decaf or just straight up caffeinated coffee. You also have the option between blends and single origins. And finally, I like that you have the option to buy some extra goodies with the subscription. I think it makes it a better gift option than some of the other ones out there. Probably more in line with Boxo, which I previously reviewed. So this is up there as one of the better gift options in terms of coffee subscription services. And then finally, I like that you can try a single box before you subscribe. You don't have to fully commit to a subscription. So I think that was a really nice touch. As far as what I don't like or the cons go, well, I don't think that their model really ensures that you're going to get the freshest coffee. Lots of coffee subscription services, particularly MistoBox, again, they basically have the roaster send the coffee directly to you in the original bag from the roaster. So all the fulfillment is taken care of by the roaster themselves. However, with Beanbox, they send the coffee in their own custom branded bag, and that implies that they're a curator and not really anything more than a middleman here. And that basically results in the coffee not getting to you as fast as it possibly can. I also found that the subscription is relatively expensive compared to other subscription services I've tried. So in the end, it works out to about $2.36 an ounce for the sampler and $1.91 an ounce for the coffee of the month package. It does actually end up costing you less when you consider how easy it is to earn the rewards, but it's still one of the more expensive coffee subscription services I've tried. Another thing I didn't like about Beanbox was all of the marketing. There were excessive amounts of emails. There were joint venture ads, as you saw before, such as like the Hello box coupon code within the box. So I didn't like that. I thought it was a little bit too salesy. I think it's good marketing, but excessive marketing. And then the last thing I didn't really like about Beanbox has to do with the fact that you're only limited to Seattle. So I know that's the whole premise of Beanbox, but I think it's kind of, I don't want to use the word pretentious, but I don't really understand what the appeal is. I mean, I understand that a lot of people recognize Seattle as a great coffee town, which it is, absolutely, but to only showcase coffees from Seattle seems kind of silly, especially for a delivery service. I understand, like, if you're in Seattle, you'd want to obviously try out as many Seattle roasters as possible, but I guess this serves people that may not have the opportunity to go to Seattle, and they can get access to some of the better roasters there. I don't really know, but it's not for me. I'd rather try roasters from all across the country, all across the world, if I am not going to be buying locally. So there you have it. That is Beanbox. If you've been dying to try some Rip Van waffles or even Seattle specialty coffee, this might be the service for you.